morning, everybody. Welcome to JSpeak. This week we are going to cover a question, and it's about EQ, which is equalizers. So the parametric versus graphic. Right off the bat, there's a ton of different EQ pedals out there. I personally, I've always wanted one of the MXR 10 graphic EQs, and I just never picked one up. I mean, you can get them relatively cheap, around 70 bucks if you cruise Reverb or eBay, something like that. But I think they're about 100 bucks, 120 new. Orange came out with a 2-stroke, which I was really interested in. That's a parametric, and I still didn't jump on that one. And then they also have the Bax EQ, which is more of a more complex pedal with dirt, and it has the, gain and just other controls. It has a cabinet simulation, which is really neat. But there's tons of stuff out there. Everybody makes an EQ to some extent, but the basic difference that you can use to think about EQs and how to use them is that, so a graphic is going to control a specific range. So if you want to boost something like the upper mid-range and the 10K, it has a slider for 10K. It moves that frequency up and down. So you get a dB boost, a decibel boost, of either 6 or a negative subtraction EQ, and you cut that down by taking it lower. So a lot of them go between 6 and 12. Some of them go 20 dB. It really just depends on the brand. And then when you get into like rack units, it's even more defined and you have a lot more frequencies to deal with. But parametric, on the other hand, controls the frequency around that 10K. So you can get 9K, 10K, 11K, 12K, 13K. Or if you break it down to, let's say, the low end and you're looking at 20, your slider on your graphic is going to be at 20. That's it. You can either boost that or cut it, period. Parametric on the low end, if it's at 20, you can affect, the 20, 25, 30 range instead of going from a graphic EQ, which is probably going to be like 20 or 30 to like maybe 100. So you have a good gap of 60 to 70 hertz in there that you cannot control. Parametric allows you to control those other frequencies within. You can boost them or cut them. The other thing to think about with EQ is they call it the Q, so it's how narrow that boost or cut is, or how wide that boost or cut is. So if you want a tone shaping tool and you really want to go after something, use a parametric. I mean, that'll help shape your sound. So essentially with an EQ pedal, especially a parametric, you can basically give yourself a solo boost, or cut some highs or something out if you really want like this huge thick low end rhythm or something. They're really good for that. I'd say that the graphic EQs are really good for live use. I know guys that have used them live just to cut certain frequencies if their guitars are noisy, or they just want to make sure that they cut through and they don't have confidence in the sound guy, that kind of thing. So I hope that helps. That's a great question. Keep them coming. And hopefully I'll demo something here shortly with an EQ. We'll see. You never know. Hope you have a great week. Tune in next week. Many more videos to come. Don't miss one sub.